to hook up. Oh, I think we are live. Hello, Miss Tiffany from Tulsa. Thank you so much for joining me today. So glad to have you.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, and I am so fascinated about your story, and I cannot wait to dig into that today and where you are and what you do and how you got there, because if there's anything that I am taking from this, from reading your bio and preparing for this show, was like, there really are no limits. Like, just the limitless of, if you want it, go get it. And that is so inspiring and encouraging on all the levels. So let's dive in. Let's just jump into this.
Let's do
What
it.
do you do? How do you describe what you do? What are your roles? Just a little bit of a background to kind of set our stage today.
Okay. Yeah. So I am a general contractor and I find, plan, and execute home remodeling and small scale construction projects, mostly residential.
I need
And I'm,
you. I need you here. Why are you not in Fort Worth? Okay, because that industry, right?
it needs a lot of help. It does. And
Yeah.
so that's where my mission comes in is I don't know if we want to talk about that now, but like
Yes, 100. Yes.
yeah, so I mean, getting into this industry and having like a full view of what's going on behind the scenes, like the first thing people come and tell me when they find me is like, "Oh my God, I need you. Like, I'm so scared of working with contractors. I've been
Mhm.
taken advantage so many times. Hiring a contractor is like taking a chance on life. Like, literally, people are afraid of
Yeah.
hiring trustworthy, dependable contractors with integrity, good communication,
Just call me
professionalism.
back. That's all I feel like my bar is low. Just call me back. Tell me no, that's fine, but just call me back. Oh my gosh.
just just communication.
Yeah.
Just
Yes. So
the
how did and
most
I mean, as women, we're really good at communication. I mean, we really are. Like, in general, that's a strength that we have. So how did you I mean, this is definitely a male dominated field. So how did you step into that role? Like, what got you interested in this business, started? What does that look like for you?
So I was pretty much like forced into it. It was like a survival mode decision.
Yeah.
So when I moved to Tulsa with my husband, I had a remote job, working corporate, doing marketing, sales, behind the scene for a book publishing and self help company. And at one point, I did event planning with them when I first got on with the company, and I was traveling all around and hosting these psychology trainings. So like, I know a little bit about human
Yeah.
behavior.
Yeah.
Like, that was fun, but it was stressful, and so I'm glad I found construction because
Yeah.
compared to the amount of work, like this is more up my alley. But so we moved to Tulsa, my husband and I, and we had 4 kids at the time. And my husband's income dramatically decreased because he had just sold a license in one of his companies. So it was just kind of like living off of savings and what he had accumulated while he was there. And it was getting to a point where we were like, okay, look, we got to do something. We got to make money
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm
You
just all
can't be
about
your best
stability.
self if you can't keep the lights on. I mean, that's just right.
Exactly.
You cannot be your highest self if you can't meet your needs. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. And I am
Yeah.
all about stability. So like, and I
Yeah.
need to see a plan. I always need a 5-year plan, like at all times, ready to go.
Amen.
So
I feel you. I'm feeling you. Yes.
So I was like, okay, we got to put our heads together and we got to think of a way to make money and fast because this is stressing me out and I don't want to be stressed.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like 6 months pregnant or something like that.
Of
So
course.
just adding, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
adding to the stress levels, of course.
So
So my,
oh,
go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, so my husband told me, well, I can fix stuff. And to me at the time, that didn't really mean anything because I'd never really seen him fix things.
Yeah.
I never had a reason to, like, we just weren't in a fix it kind of environment like during our dating relationship. Like I'd seen him like do some light electrical, but it never and he told me his story about like how he had done Job Corps and all these salmon restoration and like these hardcore like habitat building in the
Yeah.
redwoods and stuff, but it never just really like clicked with me. So when he told me he could fix stuff, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to use all the marketing skills that I've accumulated over the years, and I'm going to put you out there to actually fix stuff. So my background was in online marketing. I have an advanced online marketing degree that I
Okay.
got when I was pregnant in my 20s. There's a theme, I like to do hard
Yeah.
things when I'm
You're
pregnant. So
pregnant. Yep. Yep.
and so I built a website. I went on social media and I started like marketing, and the job started really small, like small basic fixes. But then
Yeah.
once people started to see, like, okay, I can trust you and I can see that you all actually execute, which is again
Everything.
everything,
Yeah.
it just started building into bigger and bigger projects. And I am one to always say yes and figure it out, because
Yeah.
I feel like my motto is like, if someone else has done it, then you can do it. Like, there is a
Yeah.
solution out there. So just
Right.
trust yourself, trust the process. Like, it was just a lot of trusting the process. And I mean, we went from doing like small $150 fixes to like $150,000 budget fixes on
Remodels.
homes.
Yeah.
So complete remodels. And then eventually we bought our own fixer upper and built our portfolio that way. We like learned on the job. I
Yeah.
learned how to hire subcontractors through the whole process and manage them, and source and price materials. So having like our own project that we were attached to really helped,
I could
like
see
our learning
that.
curve. So yeah, I mean, I just threw myself into it, and I just
You went
kept
with
saying
it.
yes. Yeah, just
Yes.
went for
Okay.
it.
So, like with that, I mean, you're bringing, and how it like one leads to the next, right? You brought your marketing with you. You brought everything you had done so far into this new. Was there anything of your old self? Because now you're in a very different industry, male dominated. Were there any parts of old you had to let go of to in this becoming of who you are and the role you're in now?
Oh yeah, 100%. So I tend to like I tend to be a perfectionist and like a micromanager, because I just want things my way. But being in a marriage and a partnership where my husband does things at a slower pace, I had to
Yeah.
learn to slow down and give him time to process things instead of like jumping in and making decisions the same way I do.
Mm.
I'm more of the risk taker in the
Yeah.
relationship, and he's more like the processor. So, trying to protect a marriage and a business relationship at the same time, like I really had to step
Yeah.
back and say, okay, like everything cannot be my way. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love
also,
that.
like not coming from an entrepreneurial background at all, like, well, I won't say I didn't, but like I didn't grow up with anyone to look at, or like if I got stuck in
Yeah.
situations, I didn't have anyone to go to. And so there's just like this constant self encouragement that I have to do. Like, you can do this, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
just like letting go of just everything like I'm attached to based
Yeah.
on what I've seen in my family. Because, like you don't think you are your parents, but in a lot of ways, as you grow up, you start to see like, okay, I actually kind of am like my
It's a
mom.
little concerning, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I had to just kind of let go of the identity that I held on to as being a part of this generation of people that kind of just
Yeah.
worked regular jobs and were very just like content with accepting what was given to them.
Mhm.
Like I'm just like, when I get uncomfortable with entrepreneurship or like always taking risks and chances, like I have to just tell myself like, you were made for this. Like, this
Yeah.
is your identity. Like, this is you no matter where you came from. You know what I mean? So
Do you have practices like to stay grounded, to stay aligned when you start feeling that? I always feel like as an entrepreneur, just this kind of chaotic energy. Do
mhm.
you have favorite go-tos that bring you back to being rooted, being grounded, and then able to take risk?
Oh yeah, 100%. So I developed my spirituality practice early on. I think it's pretty early on, like around 22. I started getting really heavy into spirituality. Like, I decided to stop watching TV completely, like shut out all external noise, like entertainment kind of
Yeah,
base negativity. You know how negativity is sold and people profit off of negativity. So
absolutely.
I've always held that with me, but just I guess I'll save like the whole backstory. But like now, what I currently do is every morning I wake up and I have a gratitude practice. Like
Mm,
I listen to a lot of Sadhguru. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's kind of like a mystic yogi who
yeah.
travels and does a lot of like charity work and has one of the biggest volunteer organizations in the world. But anyway, he always talks about like being alive is a miracle. So like every
Mm,
moment you open your eyes, you should say, I'm alive. Thank you. You know, so just
yeah.
having awareness and gratitude that I'm even
In
here
the
and able,
game. Yeah,
yeah, like I'm still in the game.
yeah,
I'm here. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because it's not, it's a privilege to be here. People die every
Oh,
second, you know? So,
right.
so just every morning gratitude practice. And I've developed a discipline of doing, it's called Kriya Yoga. I don't know if it's an actual form of yoga, but he describes it as Kriya
Yeah.
Yoga, and it's non-attachment from the body and from the mind. So
Mm,
I have this model that I'm a spiritual being on a human journey. So the essence of who I am is spiritual, like a spiritual,
yeah.
just everything about me is spirit. And so I'm here and I'm here to accomplish a mission and learn from this human experience. And so
Mm,
every morning, and then usually like around midday, and then I try to at night if I don't get too caught up with the kids' routine. But even if I'm at like a basketball practice or I have like 15 minutes in the car, or I'm like sitting in a car line, the car line is like the perfect time to
oh,
do this, actually.
I don't even know how many books I've read in carpool line. Like it's an astounding number. Yeah. That's a great
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Use the car
Yeah.
line time wisely. But I do Kriya yoga meditation, and it's repeating, I am not this body, I'm not even this mind. So just
Mm,
practicing non-attachment from your thoughts and your physical
yeah.
being, and just focusing on your spiritual power, your limitlessness, and your mission
Beautiful.
that you're here to accomplish. So yeah, meditation is a big part of my everyday life.
And how you stay. Well, and I
Mhm.
know you're passionate about women and leadership and that it's already inside of them. What do you think women underestimate the most about themselves and their leadership abilities?
Well, I'll tell you that having 5 kids and being able to stay calm and literally not go crazy every day,
Yeah. Yeah.
that alone makes me a leader. And I feel like women underestimate the ability to just lead a family and plan and execute and get 3 people 3 different places at different times, and like schedule another parent to pick up and communicate, and like there's all this planning and always like coordinating and executing
Yeah.
that we do on a daily basis. And so when I tell women that like being a general contractor is actually easier than what we have to do on a daily basis, like I mean that because
Yeah.
as a woman, I promise if you tell me just one aspect of your life, I can tell you how that relates to being a general contractor,
Yeah.
So
And do you feel like we need more women general contractors, like, in that field? When you're in that field, do you feel like, "Okay, y'all, like, we can dominate this, like, we can make this better and bring our superpowers to the table?"
yeah, 100,000 million billion percent.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
When you're in a room of men, it's a bunch of butting of heads and egos.
Yeah.
Who has the more money? Who has a bigger truck? Who has more employees to manage? But when you're in a room of women, builders or contractors, it's just like the most supportive environment where everyone's sharing resources and tools, and it's just like a hugging, like supportive
Yeah.
circle. Like the culture is so different. I just went to the International Builder Show a couple months ago, and it was my first time being at like an educational contractor structured environment. And when I was going to the talks with the men, it just felt like really strategic and business, and just
Yeah.
like everyone's, like at the end there's going to be a hard upsell.
Yeah.
But like there was one room dedicated to women, just one. So that alone
Yeah.
goes to show you. And this was a huge mega convention center in Florida, but we
Yeah.
had one room and it felt like so safe and warm and loving, like a safe space. But like they were making really good points about like women, you know, if you come from corporate, you can relate to other women homeowners that come from, you speak
Yeah.
the same language, where men they talk over your head and they don't know how to like bring it down and explain things.
Yeah.
So like half the time people don't even know what's going on, you know what I mean? But being able to like explain things from a non technical standpoint helps
Right.
tremendously. And also just being able to just answer a call or a text or
Right.
in
Communication. Well, we need
communication.
both, right? We need that masculine and that feminine energy, and then
Hmm.
that's where, like, this magic happens. It's
Hmm.
always crazy to me how fast this goes. Okay, so there's a question I really, really want to ask you. I'm gonna ask you now to make sure we get it in before we run out of time. So you believe at any moment we can shift our identity or our story. What do you think is one small decision a listener could make today to start that shift?
I would say whatever it is that you want to be or become, erase everything you see related to who you are now. So, for
Mm,
instance, when I had to become a general contractor, I created a completely new social media page for like Facebook, Instagram, everything.
yeah.
And everything that I saw was related to building, general contracting, sales, like my entire experience every day, because a lot of what you see and what you hear and you internalize, it shapes your reality. So you have
Right.
to reshape your reality by changing what you're constantly taking in.
That's
So
brilliant. Okay, say that
whatever,
again. Say that again for me, because that's actually brilliant. If somebody is like, I'm not happy here, right? Like, I want a shift. Okay, say that again for me. What is the first thing you need to shift to become someone else or to become the next version of you?
yeah, whatever that next version of you that you want to become, make sure that everything you see and everything you hear and everything you interact with on a daily reflects that. Because
Mm,
everything that you're seeing and that you're internalizing is going to become you.
yeah. And that just expedites your process, right? Because you being just surrounded by all the contractor things, you're constantly learning, growing, stepping into that next role of that.
You're speaking the
Yeah.
language, you're learning, you're just learning to think like what it is you want to become. That's
Yeah.
ultimately what everything is your thoughts are creating your external reality at all times. So, you know, if
Okay.
I wouldn't have, oh, I'll let you go because
No,
I can talk
no.
on
Yeah.
about.
Well, I'm just like, okay, so someone feels stuck. They're like, yeah, but I can't, like, they're just stuck, right? They don't like where they're at, but they don't even necessarily know where they want to go. Like, how do you like get out of that energy? Like, what do you want them to hear right now about who their potential is to become?
Again, non-attachment. You have to go
Mm,
deeper into yourself. The more aware you become of you, the essence of who you are, which is nothing,
yeah.
literally. Like I love the saying that like we spin out of nothingness and then we return to nothingness.
Yeah.
So like just get rid of everything. And sometimes a big part of this is getting rid of people, because
Right.
the people in your life can be a constant reminder of who you were. You know what I mean? So you have to get
Yeah.
comfortable with shedding. Just start shedding, start small. Get rid of that friend that has like negative energy and is causing you stress or bringing more stress into your life. Sometimes you got to let go of family. Get
Yeah.
rid of family that are super critical of what you're doing now, because if they're critical of what you're doing now, believe me that like once you start growing, they're going to be extra critical and it's just going to just
Yeah.
add to the stress
It's not
level. But
helpful, right? It
no,
doesn't help the change or the becoming.
not at all. But yeah, just focus. Again, this is what meditation does for me. It allows me to just focus on nothingness for even that 15 minutes of sitting there and going, I am not this body. I'm not even this mind. I'm not this body. And repeating that for
Yeah.
15 minutes, when I come out of that, I feel like I'm starting from scratch every time. So when I'm
Yeah.
stressed, the stress kind of dissolves and I'm like, okay, I'm starting from scratch. I'm ready to
Yeah.
go.
And
You
for
know?
me, when I'm in that space, it's like I'm scattered energy all around me. And then I'm just like, zoop, which then gives me power, right? If I can just pull all that energy back in, I can start from a place of feeling powerful.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so if anyone's watching, like I could do construction, I could do that. Like I could run that kind of business. They can work with you, right? Like this is
Yeah.
something that you offer. Try to
Mhm.
show this here. There we go. This is something that you offer. So walk me through, like, if I came to you and I'm like, I'm ready for a shift. I don't know anything about this business, but I'm good at communicating. I feel like I could do this. What is it that you offer to help people get there?
Well, I help people see what they're already good at and what they can transfer over to the construction field, because there's not just one lane in construction. There's design,
Yeah.
there's high ticket sales. Like you may just want to only sell $50,000 kitchen remodels because you just love sitting and talking and connecting with people. Or
Yeah.
maybe you have a background in art and like you love design. So maybe you just want to design room additions. So I help people see what they're already like, what their strengths are and how they can capitalize that on in the construction field. And then we come up with a plan to start, and then we start that identity shift. We make those announcements on Facebook, and
Yeah.
we find your first customer. It could be your grandma's church
It
friend, you
all
know what I mean?
starts, right? It all
Yeah, it all
begins.
starts
Yeah.
somewhere. And then I show
Yeah.
you how to capitalize on those opportunities and grow from there and just become limitless, because it really is a
Yeah.
limitless field. You know, it just, people are never going to stop needing repairs to their homes and never going to
Right.
stop planning. And, you know, people want the values of their homes to go up. So there's just always going to be a need.
Yeah. Well, and things like, yeah, I lost, a pipe in the last freeze. Not 9 rooms flooded, right? Like there's always, I
Yeah.
mean, there's just always, we always need repair. And what a
Hmm.
beautiful field to get into that we can bring like that feminine energy and kind of touch to.
Hmm.
Ah,
And it's
so
also a lot of like calming people down. Like it's gonna be
yeah,
okay, because it is
it's
a very
I mean, any entrepreneur, right? Anybody
yeah.
taking risk. I mean,
Hmm.
that's what we talk about a lot until you feel safe in
Hmm.
you and that, you can learn how to come back to safety. Like it's really hard to expand and take risk and do
Yeah.
those things.
Hmm.
Ah, just my wheels are turning. So if you had a word, if you're like, this is my word, this is what I like align with. Do you
Hmm.
do that? Do you have like that one like intention?
I would say my intention is always just to serve.
Mm,
I feel like my purpose is to serve. That's why I'm here. I feel like that's why we're all here. And if
yeah.
humanity all focused on serving, like we'd all, as a species, we'd be so much better off.
So much better. Right.
Yeah.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I would love for people to connect with you, follow because now you're building this new company, right? With the Boss BuildHER and helping
Hmm.
people do what you're doing, which
Hmm.
has helped you financially, spiritually, emotionally, right? Becoming this limitless version of you, which is so cool and just inspiring to me. And I like you have 5 children. Like it
Yeah.
can be done. Like we can figure it out. We can this one wild, precious life. What do we
And I would like to
want?
say that, like, I love that I can actually pass this down to my children, and it's transferable, and like
Yeah.
AI cannot take it away. Like, getting my
Right.
15-year-old out there and like my younger ones has been like such a joy, just to have something that I can pass on. If all else fails, like I have something for you.
Right. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh, well, Tiffany, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And I cannot wait to watch your Limitless and just use that as my own inspiration. Thank you so much.
Thank you.